DRX to cause a massive upset.
Marco. Run, boy, run. They are on your heels. And actually, Dirk is the one who finds Buzz first, but the response is quick. DRX get 2, 3 back on the board. And now looking at what remains, we've got Chronicle, last one alive, who's putting up a damn good fight. Gets the upgrade to the Ghost and now has a big opportunity to maybe divide and conquer. But look at... Oh wait, Stack's just got spotted as well. Has another go of it. Stack gets him.
The camera, not sure how much it's going to spot. Will spot towards heaven.
My camera is
Stack's will deal with it.
RB's response so far, trying to do some chip damage on the cross, but they've managed to make it through unscathed. Beyond that, the mid-pressure's starting to build. Buzz. Gonna be hurt on this.
Gotta be careful. Chronicle does have a Sheriff. Zest. Decapitated in vents.
Well, that's opened up a big chance. Could isolate these two players on A, keep the likes of Marco and Buzz further back. Quick little hill for Chronicle. That pressure sign him out, but where did Fnatic take this?
Did he get stunned there?
It looked like he did for a second. You can still see a little bit. Pop flashes, wonderful. Judge couldn't quite get to hand fast enough as Durka gonna find him. And the 3 now under pressure. You can see them deep held here, 2 towards CT, and Buzz's position is one that is worth noting.
Yeah, he's gonna hear this as well. Spike not committed either direction just yet. Leo
30 seconds left.
Cautious in approach here. Fnatic want to try and find information on another player or two on the side of DRX, especially with some time allowed here for a rotation, but setting up towards A site here. RB will be tested.
The one factor, I guess, is he does have a Bulldog, a little bit of stall with his kit, but time.
10 seconds
they're
left.
down at 8 seconds here. They've left this so damn late, and Boast has been punished. The next could follow up, and it does. Can he deny the plant? No! Kept safe by Durka. They get the spike down.
Problem being as well, Leo's still got this judge. Dirk has now found himself an upgrade towards the Bulldog. Does have the paint shell as well. But Elbow's going to be locked down by Leo.
Paint shells towards the back of screen, so they're not going to get the freedom towards it. Hard to clear now. Paint shell back, and Buzz going to move forward. There's that judge, though, wildly in play. Buzz on the trade out, puts it down to a 1v1, but time is ticking. And Buzz got to find the fight, and he does!
Towards the Rolling Thunder. 3 away in an 0-2 scoreline. Definitely happy about that.
Okay.
It's another situation we saw. Stack's just desperate to try and upgrade from the pistol and try and police that.
I want to see how the dust settles a little more.
And especially not here as well, with
Not
3
in these
pistols
rounds.
coming in.
Yeah.
A Guardian and a Bulldog in the hands of Stacks and Buzz. 3 people posted up pretty deep here. Trying to counter some presence outside A here. The Trailblazer spot out the Stack.
Duck got to turn the flash as well, but the smoke going to keep them without falling as they try and back away. DRX get to keep their life after what was a real attempt at that.
I think the expectation is maybe they find Alpha outside here. Poster will spot Zest. Adjustment here in terms of RB's utility. Positioned over towards B site. That's a lethal combo between him and Zest. In terms of the stall opportunities. 45 seconds, Fnatic don't really have any tangibles to act upon here. Slowly making their way towards splitting A.
I don't like how late they're leaving this. A couple of these rounds now, down to about that 30-second marker. Going in blind, a re-smoke towards A main makes this tricky. They're going to have to disrespect it or go in front of it or just risk it. They have heaven control, yes, but they need to get towards the site. 20 seconds now. They need to make this work. Paranoia gets posted. Buzz going to take down Alpha. This is not good enough from Fnatic. A rare slip, maybe. 10 seconds, but look at the bodies from DRX. They have players on the site still. Marco being one of them, and this is a trap. Wait, no way. Oh, they line up.
There's no time.
Standing.
You just got to play to the clock. RB just has to live. A masterclass, and he made an absolute meal of it. Look at it again. Look at this. Perfect play. Oh, no.
It's a Bulldog moment. I hate to see it. And then Chronicle's the one that dies behind.
They're trying to maybe pause for some of that aggression to come in, maybe try and catch that, but again, hard to preempt it. And now punished on it. They're going to get a buy back, but it will be missing. Depending on the ult maybe here. Boaster in with him, but they've evacuated the site pretty handily, but they didn't find RB. How did RB get away with just staying there the whole time? Buzz still standing. Boaster gets cleared. Does do damage though. Down to a 3v3. A scrappy, brawly round.
Alpha not necessarily played in just yet. Zest playing just on the back of this wall. We have to pop it up, maybe on the back of some contact. A minute left for Fnatic to work with, but you don't want to see the same mistake again.
No. Okay, so they're going to leave Alpha here. Rotate the rest around towards B.
When did DRX realise that?
Well,
I mean, do they actively clear ahead of this?
Well, Fnatic have been playing that very slow style, so they're not going to be early on it, I feel. They're going to have to wait out and respect this, and if Alpha makes a step or something, kind of reaffirms a little bit of that doubt.
I think Zest is considering the rotation now.
Yeah, this
Marco
time.
too.
30 seconds
There's
left.
enough there. Now, could there be a backstab? Sure. But again, this is very indicative of it. So now how much value does Alpha get?
Buzz did take a glance
He
back
looked.
towards Heaven, yeah.
He had a little look on that.
Spike.
But it's Alpha's turn. He's so close. 3. Oh!
Zest
turned. That terrifies me. Zest had a look behind him, but now there's another target, and Alpha is punishing all of them. Marco can no longer survive. I guess some of these rounds have been pretty back and forth.
Yeah.
And Marco, up to mischief. Got real close to that. Buzz not going to get away with any sort of naughtiness now. Could get pressured here though. There are other players, but he's got support coming around. They don't want to make any sort of mistakes, and they don't. So Fnatic really just making sure they're crossing all the T's, dotting the I's.
Really quick response as well to get Leo some support, just in case there was further aggression.
Last player standing.
Speaking of that, Stacks
Recalling my bot.
will be found, punished. Stinger from this range.
Flawless.
Never looks pretty.
No. Good to see them concise though. Diligent. Clear cut. I say. Cross those T's, dot the I's.
Not necessarily playmakers, but certainly two big opportunities to find some information across the map.
We're winning out this early fight. This time Marco deciding against it.
Shadows traveling.
And that pressure is going to be insurmountable. Can he slow it down? Paranoia should dissuade at least a quick close down for Durka. Slows him at least towards Pillar, and the support's there, so we look towards the lurk. What can Alpha achieve?
Alpha took a shot because we noted here very early on. DRX actively try and clear him here. They prioritize sight.
Durka trying to get back around to be supportive, but he's been stunned. Almost gets caught up. Buzz dives in, takes out Chronicle. Big find. Out from the trader, and now we're down to the 4v4. Durka took a lot of damage, but he's trying to get back on his feet here. Stacks to clear out Boaster. Now look at the back line. That pain shell has to be pivotal. Going to be posted now as Zest going to back away. Couldn't get it to half now.
Alpha's actually re-lurked back towards Heaven.
The
There's no way
reflag.
DRX read this.
Not a chance in hell. And once again, those backlines are being determined by Alpha. Always present, always a problem.
One
the butt
enemy
flash
remaining.
to boot. It's perfect from
Tie things up 3 apiece here.
Only
DRX
I
back
could
down
see.
to pistols, maybe a couple
One
of
enemy
SMGs here
remaining.
and there.
Vocalize that for the people at home, please.
Actually, just going to be 2 stingers here for DRX. Zest and Marco.
Bully.
Actually looking to follow through with the same
so
momentum
close.
here. Marco does catch the paranoia though. He's going to get 2!
Marco finding both. I thought Boaster had him dead, the near side only. Surely Boaster could have seen him in that, but Marco, the success. Oh, come off it, Marco. The third
Spike
is
down
just
B.
feels almost unfair. As Alpha this time, no chance for that flank or that lurk. And this is one of an uncharacteristic round to turn around, but you take him when you get him. Leo and Alpha, 3 players on Pillar,
Weapon
and
here.
a slow creep of a lurk, a buzz.
Spike down
Triple
B.
face.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, Leo, show me something. Show me what you got. This is slipped on over. No one's there.
Just making sure. There's a flank coming through here, but
30 seconds
RB
left.
going to be just holding for information. DRX very disciplined here in the hole.
Oh,
Flashed up, but still 96 HP to work with. 20 seconds left though. Seeming inevitable here for DRX to find their fourth.
And they're not giving. Yeah, the triple swing again. Play with that.
Yeah, because Marco's actually, he's recovering from throwing the paranoia here. Eats this. And the problem is, Marco's just running back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the stinger he can do in that situation. The timing on the smoke dropping, swapping to the Phantom. Same thing could be said for Fnatic as well, so not necessarily a concern on either side just yet. 3 over towards Sushi here. A 4th outside B main. Proactive clearance here on the back of Stax' utility. Doesn't find a trip though outside. And there's no ping coming through, so I don't even think he notes the deep trip. I think the flash just missed as well.
Yeah, it did.
An attempt to throw it over the top of A main. It maybe got stuck on the sign, but there'll be no confirmation of Alpha's presence. But still committing towards 3 members on A side.
The second flash went in. I don't know if it caught Alpha either, because he's very deep on this position. But where are Fnatic off to? We've got 50 seconds. They're re-exploring middle. They haven't really tested a site just yet. Yes, they could go through Heaven, but Zest will have stall. And he's got the Viper's Pit too, if he really wants to be a problem. Maybe try and draw it out a little early on here, but...
Zest can stall this with the snake
He
bite.
absolutely can. 35 seconds. I'm getting nervous here. You can already see the fallback as well coming in. Slipping a little bit deeper there. RB maybe preparing for that lockdown as well if he fancies that instead.
No snake bite from Zest, actually. Allow safe passage. Maybe something built around the lockdown here in a retake.
So he seemed very aware of this quite early on because, again, RB slipped CT super early. 13 seconds, Plant going to come through.
10
no
seconds
lockdown.
left.
They should stay committed here, I think, just wait for everybody to come through.
Are they going to try and fight?
It will cut off back sight, actually.
That's pretty nice, yeah, so they can kind of filter through towards main, but that's it.
Problem is, it's open sight lines towards the spike. They have to dig out some of these Fnatic players from B main.
2 smokes still for Marco as well, so they can make it a little bit of a problem. 1 towards the site, and the Viper's Pit to go on top of this. And RB's already got it towards halfway. Forced off, yes, but they've got a great deal of work done early. Fnatic need to fight on this, and there, finally, they start drawing blood. And this time it's a back and forth between all of them, and it's just a straight up stand and deliver, and Stax does. Diffuse denied. Leo, he lives. He gets to fall away. It gets towards half, so back to business. Stax can't do it, Leo.
Towards the site. Again, the Viper's Pit, you understand trying to block, but you even noted there were smokes available for Marco. I'm not sold by it. Open plant by Fnatic. And the other thing was, because they were given a clean site, they didn't expend any utility. They had the paint shell, they had the aftershock, they had plenty of things to actually deal with that very scenario.
Yeah, lots of tools who played in with. Leo. Shaking through towards Mel, sees nothing towards Vent. So they've got a bit of a green light towards middle if they want to explore it, but peeling away. Maybe considering their options, but the B site now is the additional player. Buzz is over here. 2 judges on this as well. 1 up towards Heaven.
Flipping RB back over towards A site.
Buzz.
I mean, Chronicles 1 away from the Rolling Thunder as well.
The Paranoid. Okay, smoke goes towards deep Heaven. Flash is there. Buzz. He's given a chance on this. Marco, can he bait him in? The Paranoia is great. Durka wins that fight, come off it. Marco's still going to make it work from the back of sight. He's got a small lifeline to play off of the TP taken. Marco! This man is a magician! Reappears on the site and keeps going! Oh, I thought he had him as well! Chronicle bailing out Leo. But now the 2 rifles come on over and they found Alpha. And now there's issues. A 2v2 and no plant. And now look at Stax. Big pickup from Chronicle. And the 1v2 RB, that's not going to happen. Leo is there.
And a round that he brings a stinger into. It was just so difficult to pin down.
God.
Perfect bait and switch here as well, with Zest dropping from rafters.
So they are starting to come alive in this buy round, which is pretty important. Yes, DRX got that great start converting bonuses and all that good stuff, but still, once we've got into the real meat of this, it has been the Fnatic display. They go again. Boaster played in off the back of the flash through the cage. That's lovely work. Trailblazing their way into the site. And it is a complete and utter shutdown. DRX sent back away from this.
Starting here. Blinding.
Find a clean plant here, Durka. Was in a position to get very, very
Spike dropped.
curious towards spawn already. I mean, it's no reason that Fnatic shouldn't hunt for these rifles as well. Apply further pressure onto the finances. Stax and Zest at 850 and 950 respectively. But Fnatic firmly back in control. The home stretch of this half. Will actually be, yeah, on the brink of getting the showstopper and the Seekers available in the next. Buzz obviously one away from his. Have to wait and see exactly how the old progress lies elsewhere, but another pace change that with DRX constantly kind of flip-flop back and forth into two different setups. Caught off guard here. There's none actually in the form of ultimates, and no surprises to see a timeout being called here, because the last few rounds, if this scoreline deficit becomes any worse, it's definitely concerning. Marco, beautiful opener this time around though. Durka, dead off the rip.
Anyone willing to follow that up here? Looking like a mid walk. Stax and Zest, are we seeing them trying to rekindle some of this aggression? It looks like it is, but Leo sidestepped in. Oh, and the follow-up as well for Boaster. Reading that adjustment very clearly.
Buzz still posted up, a rifle in hand. RB the only one with a frenzy. He's playing in a tricky spot. The discipline corner over on A site. But yeah, the re-aggress here from DRX. Anticipated perfectly by Fnatic.
And I wish we'd seen a little more of that earlier on, so it wasn't such an obvious read.
Okay, this is awkward. Seeker will highlight that. Boaster's actually not clearing Suez. Alpha
Oh,
the one to
Alpha!
come across.
What is going on? This round's really bizarre. And Buzz gets a little bit of a shot at catching this. Oh my god, what is this round?
30 seconds left.
Plant now going to come down. Smoke goes in, and I'm looking towards if Marco plays ahead. He does. He's getting quite close to this because the paranoia got posted towards the back of the site, so he gets a little bit of a moment. Try and catch Chronicle, and he does. TP takes it. Buzz now, 30 HP, looks towards Alpha, tags him up as well. Now they're closing the gap, but Boaster straight through the smoke. Doing serious work here. Even with Leo low, Alpha still standing. Double swing happens. Marco, the magician again, pulling.
What?
Just a rabbit out of his hat, but it's still down to the 1v1. Can he find it for the ace? Can he find Boaster? Doesn't see him for the first. The second, Boaster's got him.
Oh my god. No clue how he found that fourth.
I don't know.
The TP here,
Yeah.
ridiculous. Just
Caught a glimpse of
catches
Leo.
a glimpse of Leo.
Keep that confidence from building. Keep DRX on the 4. Fnatic making it up to 7 here. 8 could be very possible.
Fnatic doubling down on this slower pace as well. Now 2 operators on the board.
What?
In the hands of Durka and Alpha yet. I mean,
On
like
the
I said,
attacking side of split.
They're investing into the same previous read, which is DRX feeling a little bit antsy. Waiting for the overstep. Although earlier on in the half we did have some concerns with the clock passing Fnatic by. We haven't seen that rear its head once again.
Marco is once again going to be asked to do so damn much if they carried on that way. Looks like they're adjusting though here, Mike. They're exploring the rest of the map a little. It's not going to just be Alpha here. Now you've got Leo trying to sell him something, right? It looks like a site hit. But there is only one player.
Yeah, the smoke of the Trailblazer is drawing Zest away. Buzz considering it as well. Does he post up on Mail though?
Oh.
He's got the showstopper here.
I'm still looking at the spike. It's in the hands of Chronicle.
Yeah, he's actually now looking to follow up on the fake because there's been no resistance.
It's drawn out the ult as well. 25 seconds here. Zest still in a good spot.
Watching this spot.
Still got RB down below. He's going to hear all these steps. Spike is on the way. Can RB hold? Can he be as valuable as he looks like he can be? Takes down Durka. Stacks on the follow-up. 13 seconds. Oh, RB holds him back and gives them a chance.
Early on in that half.
This is a really close game. Just a glimpse back at this for RB. Even getting checked on there. Yes, Durka had a look, but it wasn't enough. 5-7. Fnatic in the gun rounds.
Absolutely, and definitely a more comfortable position here with the 7-5 conversion for DRX. To get this pistol. Themselves starting off here in the second half on the right foot. Early exploration towards mid. Nobody on the other side of this for Fnatic. adjustment. Actually, I often see Alpha positioned towards B site on the pistol rounds.
That's true. How interesting.
Maybe this is a little bit of a red herring because, you know, early on you want to see that protocol list of going and dealing with the utility, figuring out. Because the main objective playing versus Fnatic on split, particularly when they're defending, is to force an adjustment. Because they're so comfortable to sit back. Trailblazer dealt with it.
And I think camera too.
I mean, it drew Chronicle back for a moment, but Fnatic are very quickly in a position to greet this A-side here once again.
Yeah. Seeing the kind of counter pendulum swing, right? It goes back around. The flash. Going to identify that someone has made progress towards ramp. The dog to really ensure in 35 seconds, DRX need to kind of get themselves together and get a bit of a move on. You got 4 players now. Chronicle just holding down Mouse 1, trying to do a bit of chip damage, trying to catch him on the way through. Wait, Durka walks in and gets to lose his life, but Fnatic follow it up. 3 quick kills. And Fnatic's in a huge advantage, and now just Stacks with an army against him. And 3 bullets to be left into play with 15 seconds. This would be a monumental 1v3 for the young man. And he makes a damn good start at it. 1 flash, and Alpha's got him.
What we see time and time again for Fnatic.
I mean, roll your mind back to that EG matchup, where it all looked kind of exciting, grand final, and then you get split. Like, you're still not dealing with the setup, you're not going to get away with anything. Alpha is probably one of the big aspects of this map that sits very well for Fnatic.
We talked about this constantly throughout the regular season as well. Looking for the utility, but so we know it's not here. Buzz back down to 23. Of course, a little deeper with the fault line as well. Only a frenzy coming in here for DRX in the hands of Stacks. It's going to be difficult for them really to find a comfortable engagement if it's not towards Mail or towards Vents. We'll see how concerning that is.
Here.
Bye-bye.
Nerd.
So now we see, is there any potential to this? Pop Flash finds nothing. Stacks is very blind. Hold on, that's a little much from Boaster, but it works out. He does have a couple of players with him, so he wasn't alone. And Fnatic farm up the second.
Got to argue if this one goes in favour of Fnatic. It's 11 on the board.
Yep.
And it becomes very, very dicey.
This round so very important. Durka on an island, but it's Leo, the one to deal the killing blow towards Buzz. Take him away from this, and that's a rifle gone.
DRX have to respect this. The possibility that Fnatic in any given round have 4 people to explore mid at the start. Buzz the one to have that reality check this time around. Flash will confirm, but Stacks actually gets the better of Boaster.
And it really is just Stacks kind of being an aggressive towards Heaven, just trying to get all that attention, because, again, look towards where RB is, look to where initially Zest was. It's trying to drift away now, but going late into this setup is never really a good idea.
Because already Leo's here as well.
Exactly. Okay. I don't like this from DRX, but let's see, do they have a plan in mind? Alpha does get all this information, and he's, oh, the paranoia, the timing, very clinical on the clear. But Leo is here, and he does have 2 flashes. He's going to find the fight first, takes down another. Leo wants more. This could be his 3 on the round. It is a triple for Leo. Darker in support, and again, you don't hit this A site late. DRX learning these lessons in the worst way, but it ain't over yet. Marco still alive in a 1v2. Gonna give himself a smoke, but look at it, Leo prowling around.
Sheriffs to come into this one. Leo up to the Seekers already. And it's 60 seconds left. You see them slow creeping around the map, drifting close round.
Blinded.
Leo's got those Seekers now ready, whenever he wants them.
Cover going out.
Might be the goal here for DRX. A little bit more simplistic, a little bit more clear cut as Buzz. That's uncomfortable with the judge. There's those Seekers, there's the flash. A Boaster with both! Takes down Zest, RB's gone. And now Marco, yeah, I mean, that gun looked good before, but not against Leo. Oh, it's all coming together for Fnatic.
An opportunity for DRX to come out with a bang here in round 17, but I gotta say, this is just...
Really, isn't it? It's gotta be something now. I'm seeing a 3-play stack having a wander over towards A for Fnatic too.
Looking to actually switch things up now. Just at the point where you think DRX might be learning a thing or two, Fnatic are the ones to adjust. Should find Zest.
Oh, Zest in so much danger. Oh dear.
I've got
Durka
your trail.
controlling one side of the map, and they quickly adjust because you can see the springboard. The attempt wanted, but Boaster on the stall. Paranoia exchanged. Stall comes in. Alpha's about to swing, and he does, catching Buzz in the heels. And it's looking clear cut. It's looking decisive. It's looking like 12's about to be there. This one might be all over as DRX stunned and put down.
DRX will call a timeout in the 11th hour.
One enemy remaining.
Dance for DRX here. Can they determine the outcome? Can they change the way this looks? Already aggression being started, and the ult there for Durka.
A big tool at their disposal now. Paranoia to clear through Heaven, but already with proactivity into Garage. Not necessarily a concern right here for Fnatic. Durka going to get contact here on Buzz, yep. He'll spot out. Actually catches Leo's flash. But DRX have to have a response to address this. Zest still trying to lurk up into ramps.
It's not going to work. He knows the camera's there. It's being pinged out.
Yeah, another situation. 60 seconds left on the clock here. And DRX are shift walking around to try and split A. They have to deal with the camera now. There's already a preemptive rotation come through. Leo's here. Chronicle's ready to reinforce this A site hold.
And the spike's coming this way, so it does look like it's an A end at 40 seconds. I can't really see them walking away from this. And yes, they've got a little bit of space. Yes, they've got a little bit of control. But, I mean, Fnatic are just allowing it to happen, really, if anything. Smoke going in towards CT. And it's Chronicle to find Zest. Down to 4 now. This might be the whimper they're going out with, but it looks like a quick rotation.
20
a
seconds.
last-ditch attempt. Nothing can deny this. Nothing can stop it. And actually, Durka falls. Now, can Chronicle slow this down? The last across will be the one with the spike. Oh, dear. Marco has to TP away. Quick defense. They got to try and protect him. Allow the plant to go through and give him an opportunity. A 4v4 post-plant. Life on the line for DRX. And Fnatic have their chance.
Cam will go through. I don't think it will confirm any information, potentially, that there's one on default. Paranoia should set things in motion here.
Stax is out of it for the next couple of seconds. TP on the side. Hello and goodbye. Marco still surviving, still standing, but finally falls, goes down. Great swing from RB, times it well. Stax now has his vision back. He's got RB in unison, and Buzz's position is everything. They've holding on for
just coming back into this, a judge in hand for Buzz. One away from the showstopper, one away from the lockdown for RB as well. How far? So plenty of tools available for Fnatic.
Yeah, certainly not out of the woods at all for DRX. It was a moment of respite, if anything. You've got to find succession to it. More of these rounds will be needed if they want to try and bring this back to something that threatens Fnatic, who sit at 12. At the cusp of booking their ticket into the arena. Boaster, the one to be challenged initially. You can see Buzz waiting, biding his time, but the TP gets taken, and Boaster going to take the scalp. Fnatic now in unison, starting to get that fight like grip on the go, and it's down to just 2. Make it 1. Stax has to just stand and accept his fate. Yes, Fnatic proven to be human.